Okay, so we're getting ready to do our second oil change on the 2017 Honda CR-V with the 1.5 liter turbo. On the first oil change, we put in a Fumoto oil change valve, so we'll be seeing how that works when we actually get to use it for the first time after we installed it the last time. And so let's get started. Okay, so what we did was we put a floor jack in the front of the vehicle right here, and we came up onto this way. And you can see the jack point right there. So we jacked it up from the front middle until we could get a jack stand under that jack point behind the front tire on both the passenger side and over here on the driver's side. And then once it was secure on there, and we had our wheel tire chocks in the back of the vehicle, and had it stabilized by putting the tire chocks back here in the back and the emergency brake on. Then we let the jack down from the front, brought it around here to the driver's side, and put it under there and just jacked it up to where it just made contact with the jack point, just as a safety. So that's the first thing that we did. Next, we'll take the pan off of the bottom so we can access everything. We'll take this metal pan off right there, and to do that we will use two stubby screwdrivers, a flathead and a Phillips head, and that's all we need to take that off. Okay, so once we use the stubby regular and Phillips head screwdrivers to take off that metal pan, that exposes our oil filter right there. And then this is our oil pan, and this is our drain valve. So I will put my oil catch pan under here, and I will turn this Fumoto valve right here. I will push down and turn, and it will all drain out right here into the pan. So I'm going to do that right now. So right before I drain the oil from the top here, I'm going to loosen the oil fill cap right here just to allow more airflow when I start to drain it. So I'm just going to set that in there like that. After we start to drain the oil, I will take off the oil filter, and I'm going to use this Honda oil filter wrench that I bought, and it uses a 17mm socket that goes on here to help take that off. So I'll be doing that right now. Okay, so I just turned the Fumoto valve a quarter turn, the spring-loaded valve, and now the oil is coming out. So while that's draining, I'll work on this oil filter right here. Okay, so we have our new oil filter installed, and then last time on the first oil change we installed both this Fumoto valve right here, and then I also installed this adapter, which was required on all Hondas, but this is new, and so I really didn't give it a lot of thought, and after it was done realized that there doesn't seem to be a need for the adapter. So I'm going to take time right now while there's no oil in the pan to go ahead and remove it and see how it works without this. This is the adapter right here. So if we remove it, it would be this right here. This point right here would be right up against the pan. So we would eliminate this adapter that's about 1 inch long. So I'm going to see how that works right now. Okay, so we removed the adapter. We are going to attempt now to just put this Fumoto valve straight in with this side facing the pan, and it takes 18 foot-pounds of torque right here with a 21-inch socket. So we have our torque wrench set to 18. We have the 21-inch socket ready to go. Okay, this is the Fumoto valve we're using, and it does work fine without the adapter, so this is all that you need. And then when you put it on the oil pan, this is still loose right now, and this new design they just came out with allows this to be rotated before you tighten this nut. And so what we're going to do, we used to think that the first time I did it, I thought this would interfere with the metal pan if I had it straight down like this, but I tried the metal pan and it seems to work. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on like this, install the metal pan. If I have trouble when I install the metal pan, then I'll take it back off and rotate it over like this. But ideally I'll have it straight down. Then I put this little blue plastic lock ring on there so that when I want to change the oil, all I'll do is pop this ring off and then rotate this. So right now I'm going to hold this in place and tighten this nut down to 18 foot-pounds. And just to clarify, this will only need to be done one time for the life of the vehicle, and from then on all that I will do is rotate this a quarter turn to change oil, and then put it back with the plastic locking clip in between oil changes. Okay, this is the finished product. There, it's butted up against the oil pan right there, directly without the adapter. The valve is closed, lock clip is in place, and it's torqued to 18 foot-pounds, so should never need to be touched again. Okay, we got the metal pan underneath back installed, got the car off of the floor jacks, and now all we have to do is add oil. So this is what I use. It takes a full synthetic 0W20, and so I use this, and it takes 3.7 quarts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3.5 quarts and then drive it for a little bit and then start checking the oil. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful in some way.